Right, okay, so if you've been working with me and following my coaching sessions and you've filled in that 28-day performance planner, okay, if you think back to that, where there's 8 segments and split up into like family, partner, kids, personal ambition, health and fitness, etc. Okay, and we do that so we can look at what's happening in each area and then set goals in each area. Okay, and we're doing that because each area contributes towards the next one. Okay, so for example, work, you're overworked, you've got projects on at work where you can't get away, it has a knock-on effect on your health and fitness. Okay, and then you're not going to the gym, you're not going to exercise, you're not getting any exercise done, you're not really, you're eating on the run, you're just buying shit basically, then that has a knock-on effect of your energy. And if your energy is low, it has a knock-on effect with your relationships and the kids and this, that and the other. So that's why we look at that, okay? Because each area has an impact on the next one. So even if your goal is weight loss, okay, we still look at those areas, okay? So if you've done that with me, brilliant, okay? Otherwise, what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to review what you've done and what you've achieved, what you haven't achieved over the past 2 weeks, okay? The past 12 weeks, okay? So I'm going to make that pie chart, okay? I'm going to make it easier for you by splitting it up into 5 areas, okay? So you've got focus, fitness, fun, finance, family, okay? Now, if you've not set any goals for the past couple of months or past 3 months or maybe this year, that's okay, you can still do this. So as I say, I'm making that pie chart, I'm making it easier for you by only choosing 5 areas and not 8, okay? So, we go to the first one, focus. Now, focus to me is my business, okay? That's what I'm mainly focused on. So focus to you might be something different. It might be a bit of a side hustle, it might be a career, it might be a job, your own ambition, your own personal development, whatever focus means to you, okay? So we ask ourselves these couple of questions, okay? So the first one, what was the biggest challenge that's you, what was the biggest challenge I overcame over the past 12 weeks? Okay? You answer that. Second one, what was the biggest lesson? What was the biggest lesson from it? Okay? And the third one, the limiting belief that's holding me back from unlocking the next level of growth, okay? So, you've had a challenge here, a negative challenge, and that will create a new set of beliefs, okay? I'm not good enough, this is never gonna work, I'm never gonna get that, okay? That's what tends to happen when we're in a negative, going through a bit of turmoil, okay? And then finally, we ask ourselves, how can I overcome the belief in the next 12 weeks, okay? So we're identifying what the issue was, what beliefs was built up now around that, okay? So let's just say it's financial. Let's just say you're trying to get 10 grand a month, okay? And you only got 3 grand a month. So that creates new beliefs, okay? Am I going to get that? Am I worth that, okay? So then we have to try and overturn those beliefs, okay? How can I overcome those beliefs for the next 12 weeks, okay? So I'm going to give you 2-3 minutes and I want you to answer those questions. Right, okay, fitness. Now we move on to the next segment of that pie chart. Fitness, okay? And again, we ask ourselves a couple of questions, looking back over the past 12 weeks or the past 3 months. I can't remember what I put here. Right, what was the biggest goal I did to improve my health and fitness this quarter? Okay? What was the biggest goal I did to improve my health and fitness this quarter? So looking at the past 12 weeks, I got a new tab in my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class, okay? Which you have to train pretty regularly and hard to get something like that. Okay, so that was my biggest thing, okay? So you're gonna ask yourself that, okay? And that's it, just one question on fitness. What was the biggest goal I did to improve my health and fitness this quarter? Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes and you're gonna answer that. Okay, family. Okay, first question. What relationship I nurtured this quarter? What relationship I nurtured this quarter was? Okay, because, you know, we can be focused, we can be chasing goals, and as we're doing that, other areas of our lives, other relationships are being neglected. I've done it, okay? I've done it. So that's why I have to look at this, okay? And the next question, and how can I make further progress? And can I make further progress on this by? Okay? So, one relationship I nurtured this quarter, how can I can make further progress on this by? Okay, I hope that makes sense. Sounds a lot different to me reading out rather than writing it down now. Okay, so I'm going to give you 2 minutes and you're going to answer that. Okay, finance. Okay, now obviously finance. You might have financial goals, or maybe you've got financial goals where you want to try and earn more money, or maybe you've got financial goals where you want to try and save money. Okay, but we have to have goals in finance because obviously money allows us to do things. Okay, it gives us options. Okay, which contribute towards other things. So, one question on this. That's supposed to be a way, I think. One way I have improved my finances this quarter is, okay? So one way I've improved my finances this quarter is, okay? So I bought premium bonds over the past 12 weeks. Okay, I had a text message today that said that I've had a win. I've not checked how much yet, but that's what I did this quarter, okay? I also downloaded the app on my phone which takes money out of your personal account, 10 in a week, something like that, and then that goes onto stocks and shares. I think I've 60 quid, something like that, on interest over the past couple of weeks. So that's what I've done with my how I've improved my finances, okay? So, one way I have improved my finances this quarter is, okay, I'm going to give you 2 minutes and I want you to answer that. Now, the final one, fun, okay? Now, for me, when I went through this, sadly, the fun element, although I've done some fun things over the past 12 weeks, the fun element wasn't particularly great because I've been just purely focused on the business, and July and August were pretty shit really, okay? Worse than what I was expecting, so I had to try and focus and turn that around. So the fun element for me didn't score very, very high. So anyway, we're going to go through a couple of questions on this area now, okay? So first one, the thing that brought me the most happiness this quarter is. I want you to answer that for me, please. How can I ensure these activities happen more often? Okay. Also, what was your coolest experience during the quarter or the past 12 weeks? what is your number one magical moment and what made you laugh, okay? As I say, most of my focus was on the business over the past 12 weeks. We had a bad July and August. So I had to focus on that. But certainly we need to have fun in our lives, and it's something that, you know, when you're chatting about it now or thinking about it, it's something that we don't really probably do enough of, okay? So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes and answer them for me, please. Right, okay, last question. We look at the top 20 wins we've had over the past 12 weeks. Okay, so this is dead easy. If you're keeping a journal and you write down 5 things a day or 3 things a day, all you have to do is look back and go through them, okay? Or you can go through your phone, look at all the photographs in your phone, the last 3 months, 12 weeks, and that'll remind you what you've done and some of the exciting things that you've done as well, okay? So if you've not done this before, as I say, you might be thinking, well, Paul, why should we look back over the past 12 weeks? You know, we're trying to look forward. Why should we look back over the past 12 weeks? Okay, well, the reason we're doing that is to remind ourselves of all the things, all the good things that we've achieved, okay? And remind ourselves of how we achieved them, okay? So for example, I got a tab in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. How did I do that? Well, I attended the sessions, okay? How did I do that? I planned them in. I told myself when I was going to go along and do those sessions, okay? Say with weight loss, you might have lost a stone in weight, okay? So you'll realise that the things that you've done over the period that you've planned them in, and you've had some form of accountability in place, okay? So we're looking back over the past 12 weeks, we're seeing what's worked, and we're taking that into the next 12 weeks, because obviously we want that to, we still want a equally as good period, if not better, okay? So that's why we measure backwards. We're looking at the highlights and the wins, what we've had over that period, which will then fill us with confidence and take us forward, okay? So for me, this has become a habit now the past couple of years. I write down 3 to 5 or even 6 daily wins, okay? So that keeps me focused. It reminds me of what I've done and the good things that I've done, and I'm not wasting my time on other things, okay? So write down your 20 wins, note them down somewhere, go through your phone, check your photographs, and highlight, you know, some of the exciting things that you've done and have achieved. I hope it helps, and you know, and you can always go back and follow this in the next 12 weeks and to remind you what you've done and what you need to do. Okay, so I hope it helps. Any questions, then please shoot me a message.